After Ndindi Nyoro had refused to take part in the voting of the Finance Bill 2024, then later refused to take part in the voting of the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, it has not been well with him and President William Ruto. Rumors have been going around that William Ruto is going for Ndindi Nyoro. People thought probably he spared him, but eventually they went for him. They removed him from the chair of that committee that he was chairing, Constitution and Budget Implementation Committee, and eventually found himself just being a member of that committee. Ndindi Nyoro hasn't come out to speak about this. But I've been very keen to look at what people are saying about Ndindi Nyoro as the major reasons as to why he has been gotten into office. And that is going to form the basis of this analysis here, ladies and gentlemen. But before I take you through, kindly make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Let me dive into the topic today now. Ndindi Nyoro, in the past years when he has been in power, actually, he has an MP of Kiharu. He has been named as among the top performing members of parliament. We've literally gotten MPs go to Kiharu to do a benchmark and see how this gentleman has been able to build classrooms, get them tiled, and at some point even put cabros in various schools. People have been going there to benchmark and see how he has been able to create what you call tarmac roads there, to develop tarmac roads. People have been surprised how Ndindi Nyoro has been performing. And all across the country, he has been a role model to leaders like Salasi and the rest. Until recently, when he refused to vote to Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment and Finance Bill 2024, Ndindi Nyoro now turned out to be an enemy who has been accused of so many things. Some of the things he has been accused of, it's the fact that whenever he's in that budget committee, he has been channeling or maybe skewing some money towards his constituency and Mount Kenya, in that he allocates more money to Mount Kenya than any other part of this region. To be specific, more money to his constituency than any other constituency in this country. And that has been the reason as to why he develops. He develops Kiharu more than any other part of this country. So people have been saying that Ndindi Nyoro has been sabotaging channeling of resources equally to other parts of this country. Now, on this video here today, I want to take you through on why you should not blame Ndindi Nyoro at all. In the budget committee number 1, it's not Ndindi Nyoro only who sits there. There are many other MPs from other parts of this country. Where were they when Ndindi Nyoro was queuing resources towards his side? They have the right to raise their concerns there. They had times to complain. Where were they all through until now when he failed to vote for Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment and failed to vote in support of the Finance Bill 2024? So in a nutshell, this is just a blame game. After they have looked around for excuses to get Ndindi Nyoro out of that seat, they settled on ensuring that they have painted his picture negatively outside to the public. However, I'm very sure that none of these people across the country buys that idea. Why am I saying so? Babu Owino has never been to State House. He has not been with William Ruto ever since he came into power. They have not had an enjoyable platform. When Raila Amolo Odinga joined William Ruto, Babu Owino has absconded those functions. But despite being against President William Ruto, against Raila Amolo Odinga's instructions, Babu Owino turned out to be number 1 performing member of parliament in the Republic of Kenya in the financial year 2024-2025. And we all saw that. Did Babu Owino sit in the budget committee and direct resources to Embakasi East? No. Therefore, it's clear that Ndindi Nyoro's performance is not basically that he directed more resources to his constituency. Therefore, you cannot come out and blame Ndindi Nyoro for his performance because he literally sat in that committee, that he channeled money towards that side. No, you cannot do that. Another thing here, there's power in legislation. All these politicians we have, especially the members of parliament, they have the powers to scrutinize the budget, pass legislations to ensure that some of the things that are happening in this country are done the right way. But instead, they've turned out to be dogs of the executive. When they're told to back, they back. Bite, they bite. Listen to what Ruto says. They bring the National Assembly. They pass some of the legislations without even reading them, so long as it has come from the above. Some of them are crying right now, including those ones of Rift Valley, that Ndindi Nyoro has been channeling resources to their side, to his side. So, as a result, they are not able to develop their regions. So, the power of legislation is not utilized by these members of parliament. They assume that part, and eventually they go and blame Ndindi Nyoro for their poor performance. Another thing, as we speak today, most of the members of parliament rarely visit their constituencies. Rarely. But I'm telling you, Ndindi Nyoro visits his constituency almost every weekend. Because of the proximity, you can say, to Nairobi, he even spends most of the time in his village. We've seen functions in the mountain. Ndindi Nyoro literally visits his constituents every week. As we speak today here, we have leaders from Luo Nyanza here, from Northeastern, who literally see the problems that happen in their counties or in their constituencies, just like many others, many of us who don't come from that place, watching on TV. Then they are also scared. Wait, this also happens in my region? You mean there's flooding? You mean there's this and that? Because they rarely visit the people of that place. They don't get touched with the problems that people are experiencing. They even don't see some of the projects that they fund with CDF, with NCGDF in their constituencies. They don't even supervise. Then they expect to be like Ndindi Nyoro. Another person is issue to do it. Another thing is the issue to do with seriousness. You realize that members of parliament are not taking delivery of services as a serious thing to the common man, even to themselves. They literally want to be elected, see a way they can loot, get more money from this NCGDF to their side, work with school principals, work with various head of institutions they are funding to get money on their side. Simple and clear. Once they have the money, they don't care what the people experience because they are gathering more money to go and give in 2027. They don't take their job seriously. Right now, to save themselves is hard because Ndindi Nyoro is up there. If he's going to be voted, it's not because he has money. It's because he has performed. And he will get back to that seat simply because he has performed. He is serious with what he's doing. I listened to him recently trying to explain on how he got cabros, how he got tiles, how he got paints, how he got his work done well. And he realized how he got into serious contracts with various companies to ensure that Kiharu looks beautiful. To an extent, they're even paying school fees to all Kiharu day scholars across the entire Kiharu constituency. Another thing here is the personality of the leaders. Some leaders literally, they are not development oriented. They don't have a vision. They're just there. They want elected because they have money or because of some mercy, sympathy. So they don't know what to do and how to do it. They're not smart. Ndindi Nyoro is an economist and is a young man who is visionary. Eventually, when he's gotten some money, he knows what to do with it. Whether he steals or not, he delivers. Lastly is the electorate. If you look at the people who elect leaders in Mount Kenya, especially now Kiharu, to be specific, they check what you're doing. They look at what you're doing, literally. They ensure that they've checked how your performance has been. If you mess up, you go home. And I'm going to do an extensive video on why Mount Kenya is ahead. But the fact remains that the electorate matter. They scrutinize your performance, scrutinize your character, scrutinize your smartness. And if other parts of the country where you come from as an MP, you are elected and people don't care who you are, people don't care what you say, people don't care how you behave, people don't care about your smartness, how are they going to get development? So you realize as a result, members of parliament are in parliament, seated, relaxed, and there's nothing they're doing literally because the electorate also don't care. They don't follow up. They don't want to know even the project that this guy has done. So long as either is supporting Raila or is supporting Ruto. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see kindly on the comment section what you think about Ndindi Nyoro.